Hey everyone, happy Fire Starter Friday. This is something I was doing every week and I haven't done it for quite a while, so I wanted to get back into it a little bit. And this is what I chose from our call to let you hear today. This is Dr. Ryan, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about prescription meds. And, I used to be on statins, and I didn't realize I was getting depleted of nutrients that I needed in my body. And now that I'm off them, I feel a lot better. So check this out.
And that's what I love about that whole idea of the education and the stacking. And something that Lisa said made me think about, naturopathic medicine is not the same as like your typical like evidence-based medicine. A lot of what we're seeing is a shift towards this proactive model, right? This place where you look for root cause and you try to help people, and they get really excited about seeing, not excited is not probably not the right word, but they get excited about seeing people that have thyroid disorders, or like pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, because they know they can correct it. They actually know they can correct it with time and with adherence to a plan. um, you can reverse these issues. You can reverse a lot of these very serious and scary issues. Whereas a lot of the sick care model, when you go to the doctor, and Ben, I think, went to, more of a functional medicine doctor. I don't think he went to like your typical primary care. But like a typical primary care is looking at you going, hey, at what stage can I diagnose you with a disease so that I can then have you return here under a program that insurance companies and such and the protocols are in place for. But the naturopath side says, I can help the thyroid disorder. I can help the person who has hypothyroidism and is using this medication. I can replace their micronutrient deficiencies, like Lisa said, and I can remove toxins, like Ben said. So both of these things combined are two kind of low-hanging fruits where they could pull those together, and it has to be done with education. The cool thing is with supplements, the education is rather simple. It's like, hey, Live Good has an amazing, Shilajit with organic sea moss, right? Or amino acids, essential amino acids, or multivitamin with D3 and magnesium, the daily essentials pack. There are like easy ways to recommend and educate on supplements. A little harder on the toxin side, a little bit harder on the lifestyle side. We also really try to incorporate a lot of the lifestyle stuff, and we reserve that mostly for our Monday trainings, because that's our time. That's our window of time to just talk and to highlight these issues, all these contributing factors, to help you guys understand a better, more well-rounded approach to how to correct disease, really, and how to prevent it. There's a lot of things we can do, guys. And like I said yesterday on the call, if you think about it, where it usually starts with body composition. It usually starts with being overweight or obese and sedentary lifestyle. It usually starts there because that's what drives the inflammatory markers and the oxidative stress that leads to, say, high blood pressure, pre-diabetes, and then into diabetes. Then that sort of contributes and gets you to like the heart disease world, where a stroke and heart attack is a real risk. Possibly it moves towards cancer, possibly gets down to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So it really can trace back to and be identified as, yes, a lifestyle factor, but also a deficiency or not an optimal amount of nutrients. And Ben's doctor highlighting the vitamin D3 level was very important. It's a very important part of it. That is a big part. You're like, oh, it's just vitamin D, it's sunshine. No, it's vitamin D to start, and it immediately converts to a hormone. And it does a whole lot of stuff, like immune support. We know it does a lot of bone health. We have now involved in energy, cognition. So it's really important. It has a lot of downstream effects. And that's another reason why I fight back a little bit on the pharma model. Pharma, we don't have, listen to this,
This is
we
the
do
best
not
part.
have a drug deficiency problem. We don't have a statin deficiency problem, but yet it's the top three prescribed medications in the world. And if I told you that a statin drug also depletes your body of important vitamins and minerals, you might say, well, which ones, right? And we can go over that. I've done a Zoom on it before. I answer people's questions all the time.
Vitamin
It's
D,
not limited to statin
magnesium,
drugs. There's many, many drugs that interrupt, and they're all very, very, very common and popular. They're used over the
CoQ10.
counter. There are PPIs for heartburn. There's water pills for blood pressure, like the first line treatment. The statin drugs, of course. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. So these drugs interrupt a pathway. They do something, right? They block something, they inhibit an enzyme, or they do something, and so it has downstream effects. Now, are all drugs bad? Of course not. But I will tell you, we have an overprescribing problem. There's no doubt that we're over medicating ourselves. And Lisa's point about coming off of meds is accurate. I mean, again, I'm going to end it with this: the naturopaths, the proactive, the functional health, the lifestyle medicine physicians, they get excited because they know they can make a big difference in people's lives. And guess what? Guess what? A huge part of what they do is, and you guessed it, it's supplementation.
So that's basically it. So when you're on all these medications, they're draining you, depleting you of the nutrients you need. So supplementing is the best way to do it. And you don't want to be charged an arm and a leg, because that's no better than Big Pharma. So why not get a Live Good membership, and then you can get everything that you need that's high quality at a low price. So grab the links on this post and have a great weekend. If you have any questions, let us know.